Christopher Luxon is not Prime Minister material. This man is a Minister for Trade cosplaying as the Prime Minister of this country. He consistently polls far below his own party's popularity, which from any perspective is horrible. Not just the national perspective. Every party would have an issue with that. Except current National, I guess, who just seems to and ah around the fact that they've got a leader that leads the country that is actively detrimental to themselves and to others. The sheer disparity between the popularity of National, which mind you is not that popular right now. National never really got their honeymoon moment. They're still unpopular, less popular than Labour now, 2 years into their term. But despite that inherent unpopularity, Christopher Luxon is still 10 points below even the National Party itself. It is a heinous indictment of our democracy and our right as civilians that Christopher Luxon has not been rolled yet. Every side of the political spectrum has gone, we don't like this guy, and yet they keep him in. No one is happy with this man's presence. He has failed to show leadership in his own party by refusing to sack Andrew Bailey until he sacked himself, by the way, because he felt like he should be. He's failed to keep either coalition partner in line. He is constantly having circles run around him. It's even worse now that David Seymour is deputy, because unlike Winston, he doesn't respect the office and just goes out as leader of ACT. Even though he should understand he is now in his capacity a government representative, not an ACT Party representative. And Luxon doesn't give a shit at all. And that's kind of the key issue, because we as voters, we can see that he doesn't really give a shit. He doesn't want the prime ministership. He wants the title. He wants the prestige. He doesn't want the work. That's the reality. We can tell. He doesn't give a shit about you. He doesn't give a shit about me. He doesn't give a shit about his national caucus. They just be talking against him and plotting against him every day. He doesn't care about what ACT's doing. They talk about him every day. Doesn't care what Winston Peters doing, especially now he's not deputy. He's chatting shit about him regularly. And these are just a reality. We can see these issues taking place. He's got to know these things, and he just doesn't give a shit. So we don't give a shit. So you end up 10 points below your own party. So you end up whiffing a mandate. So you end up potentially a one-term government to a Labour Party that has the same leader and no policies as before. If National does not replace Luxon as the leader within the next year, hopefully soon, so whatever new candidate has time to run for the next election correctly, there is so much of a chance that National just doesn't win that is honestly comical if they fail, because if they don't roll them, they completely and utterly deserve the failure. There are plenty of hard-working, good national ministers doing good work in this government, and yet the most important role is given to just the worst performing person they could find. Remember, Christopher Luxon is a second-term MP. He's in his 5th year of being in Parliament now, and he is currently the Prime Minister. He came in as an outsider. That was his pitch. He's too much of an outsider. This man does not have the experience, the drive, the intuition, and the need to give a shit because he doesn't actually understand any single thing that the average Kiwi is going through. This is a man who's been too privileged for too long, and he's just never understood in the last 2 years how to communicate in the slightest. And that's one of the reasons why Winston Peters has run circles around him. Because, yeah, Winston's been in the game for nearly 50 years, but he still talks like a normal human half the time. Christopher Luxon doesn't. This man is an egg with googly eyes that is being propped up by a national establishment just trying to say it'll be fine, and it's just not fine. Roll this man or you will be voted out next election.